Hello, hello, my doves. Happy Halloween. Blessed Samhain. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'm still kind of rusty. But I figured because it is a special night, and instead of doing a seance or something super crazy with spirits and all this other stuff, I figured let's have another craft night together. And we are going to make a bubbling witch cauldron. Now, I alluded to doing this last year, but something happened with my ornaments that I had gotten for this last year. They accidentally got gotten rid of. You know, things happen. So we're going to make it this year. And yes, I know it is Halloween right now. So I'm a bit late to the party. But I will say it was also snowing earlier. We started getting snow flurries in the early afternoon, and it just kept snowing all night. So I am very cold and slightly crampy. But all I've done is I've taken my nice big styrofoam ball here. I think it's like a 7-inch styrofoam ball or something like that. And put a generous amount of hot glue on the bottom so I can fix it into our plastic cauldron here. And this is going to form a nice base for our bubbles to sit on. I love playing with styrofoam. It makes such a unique sound. And I got all this stuff off Amazon. It's real easy to get a hold of, especially this time of year now that ornaments are out and they're not an arm and a leg because you're buying them out of season. There's already some discounts starting. But I don't think the little metal bits can come off of these real easy. I don't want to break any of them trying. Because I got an assortment of different sizes here all in one kit, so we'll have all different sized iridescent ornaments to play with. But we're going to glue these on here and make our bubble pile, and then we're going to take our string lights and weave them through to make this whole thing light up. So we're going to start with some of the nice big ones toward the middle. And I'm going to lay this at an angle this way so that the point is going down and in. That way it's not blocking the angle at which I want to glue these on. So I'm going to put some glue right around here so I can press this down and in to start this off. So I think all the big ones are going to be in the middle like that to give me a nice base to then fill in. So same thing, I'm going to go right above the ornament hanger part here. Make a nice big dollop of glue, give it some surface to work with. About 2 pumps. And then hanger pointing toward the edge of the cauldron. Glue that on there. Got a few more nice big ones here. Rotate again, and I'm just kind of winging this. I saw this on, I'm pretty sure it was Pinterest. It's always Pinterest. Last Halloween. Got most of the supplies and then just never made it. And I haven't revisited the tutorial or anything since then. So definitely winging it today. And I think let's go in with a slightly smaller one. Maybe not. Ooh, here we go, slightly smaller. Start to fill in that gap right there. Just gonna stick that on there. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that was turned on. Sorry about that. And then we'll do a bit more glue on one of these nice medium-sized ones. And kind of get it right in the middle. No, we can't. So we're going to move it down to the edge like this. I can fit one of those in the middle pretty nicely. And then I'll just build up a layer around it. You know, I'm starting to feel like maybe there was something else that they used in the tutorial besides just lights, like maybe cotton fluff or something to fill these in. Do I want to start filling the lights in now while I have lots of gabbage, or do I want to wait? I think I'm going to wait. I'm just kind of figuring it out as we go along. So I'm going to do another small-ish ornament right here, I think. Now I'm going to have to attach it to the poles there, because I don't have enough reach to get it down to the styrofoam. So we're going to put ample glue there, so hopefully I measured that correctly so it can kind of just I was almost spot on, but I smeared a bit of it. It's okay though, it'll stay. Happy little accidents, and I can always just attach another one right here to fill that in. This time come down onto the ornament hanger a little bit because it's going to be hanging out on the side of the plastic here. And then add a little bit in here where it's touching. Give it a second anchor point. There we go. Do another big one right there, maybe. And just kind of give it a whoop and stick it right in there. Oh yeah, this is coming along. And I kind of want to save the small ones to fill in these awkward little gaps. Like right there. Right there, maybe. I think I can do a slightly bigger one right 2 small ones left. It's funny how fast it goes when you're doing a project like this. So let's do one more big one right on top here. Really give it that bubbling over effect. And then I think the 2 smaller ones we'll just do right here to fill in those last couple gaps. Well, maybe just one of them because I still have to figure out how to run the lights. So we'll do one right there. And I think I'm going to leave this spot open so I can maybe feed the lights through here. So we'll do this one. Where would this look best? Right there, maybe. Give it some height, some volume. Well, that's the easy part. I do wish I had just a couple more of the little ones so I could fill in some more spots on this. But so far, I mean, the effect is nice. It does look like a cauldron bubbling over. But I can also see why some people would want to use cotton fluff. But I think that would also just look very too fluffy in a way. But regular packet of LED wire lights. It's 9.6 feet, so I feel like it's probably going to be way too long, but we'll do what we can. And I did already put batteries in here, so we don't have to fuss with that later. Already taken care of. Sorry for blinding you there, dears. And we'll just unspool this. There's some tape in the way. And we'll just keep going and keep going and keep going. Around and around and around. And around and around and around. And then the last piece is taped in there as well. So we'll just pull the tape off of that. There we go. Now we get to feed the lovely little spring of wires in between the bubbles and try to use all 9 feet of this lovely coil. I'll turn the lights on so you can see how it's going. Otherwise, this won't be very much fun. So again, apologies if I blind you, dears. So, I know I left a gap over here. So I'd have room to get inside. I'm going to put this in here like is once we start going, I have no control over where these lights will end up. So and that's twisted because of the coil. There we go. Oopsie doodle. I just have to keep feeding this in here 1 inch at a time and hope it pushes its way around the styrofoam ball in a nice circular fashion. Maybe it would have been a better idea if I had glued on some of the balls and then done this and then added more balls on top so I could make sure that there were lights towards the top. But it's 9 feet of lights, so I'm hoping we'll be okay, even though I didn't think that hard about this. And there's the problem. It's wrapped in a giant circle. I'm just gonna untwist this just a little bit. And there we go. That is much better. So I can keep feeding the lights in. Section by section, inch by inch. Seem like the lights kind of came around in a circle a little bit, but it also seems like they're mostly toward the bottom of the cauldron. But I can maybe do this a little bit and push them toward the top. If I feed them this way here too, for the last about 6 lights on this thread, I'm feeding them through the top at a backward angle than where I was before, to make sure the whole thing is lit and not just the bottom. Come on, don't get stuck on me now. It was a good plan until it wasn't. Where is my poking stick? It is a very silly thing to say, but I have a craft stick that I tend to use in these instances, but I don't see it, so I'm going to try to use one of my hair chopsticks, which are just kind of always on this desk for some reason. I don't know why, they just live here instead of being with my hair accessories. Right now, that might be coming in handy. There we go. can simply hook through the handle so it stays at the back of wherever you set it up. I think this turned out super duper cute. Don't you? Our adorable little bubbling witch's cauldron. And these are decently firmly stuck on there with the hot glue gun. Oopsie doodle, sorry about that. I am very happy with how this turned out. I think for a nice relaxing Halloween indoors, this is a fun little craft. And you could always make it next year and put it up in your window if the weather is nice enough for trick-or-treaters to come around. Tomorrow being the 1st and the new year, because Samhain marks the new year in the pagan calendar, we will smudge to bring in the new energy, out with the old, in with the new. And then I do still need to hang my broom above the front door for the new year. So we will do that tomorrow night. Until then, I love you all so very much. And I hope you have the most blessed and fun evening. Thank you, my loves.